And we're back.
Hello. All right. So, Barca, you have a goblin with you, as it were, unarmed, unarmored, in fact. Although they are wrapped in some hides.
Am I the only one with this goblin?
Currently, you and Argentia are away from the rest of the group, who's
that's right. I don't know why I'd whisper in his ear and then.
Is it intimidating?
I mean, you can easily smell the urine and probably a little poop. Like, this guy is.
Do you know of my mother?
Who's your mother?
I don't think Barker knows the name of his mother.
Prettiest bugbear in the world.
Mother.
Oh, her name is Mother.
Oh, well, there are a couple of mothers. There's even a couple of bugbear mothers.
But
big furry ones like you. Please don't kill me.
If you were to help Barca would take you away from the Red Talon. What would you say about that?
Well, what would you like me to say?
Well, Barca's been very good to goblins in the past. I'm surprised you haven't heard of the oasis, the goblin oasis of the ship Berezaya Argia. And I know he probably says that wrong most of the time. We have goblins who live as equals on our ship. Everybody has a job on the ship, though, so it's not like you can just hang out and do nothing. But I'd be willing to take you there. But you would need to be willing to do something for Barca and his friends.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fuck the Red Talon.
I like your style. All right.
Is it okay to grab my stick?
You can grab your stick. Do you think, is there a way into the area where the bugbear mothers are? Is there a way into that area that maybe the Red Talon don't, hang out at all the time?
Well, under any normal day, I'd say probably sure, but Krasik was alerted that our gate guards were attacked, and so has invited you to a reception. Receiving reciprocity, something or another. They know you're coming to the camp. In fact, I'm supposed to lead you there. I think Krasik's pretty much assuming you're going to surrender.
Does he know if we made it through the gate?
I don't know. I wasn't near the captain when the captain told Krasik. We're usually kind of if we're underfoot, sometimes we get squashed, so we try to stay out of the way.
Okay. My dragon's gonna pick you up in her claw. It's the only way I know how to get you back, because goblins goblins who aren't friends of Barca yet don't ride on Tia.
Can I at least just like hold on to your leg? I don't want to get crushed.
No. And he jumps up on the dragon and tells Tia to grab him so he doesn't get away. But don't kill him, please.
And Tia does without much. Tia does, although you do hear this kind of squealing yell of panic. And as Tia flies off, you hear Tia kind of growl and a grumble and goes, I think it wet itself again, and starts heading towards.
We fly back to the group with the goblin.
Yeah, flying back to the groups. So as the rest of you are finishing up your whatever morning rituals you need in order to start the day,
Tea.
your and what food you were able to suss out and cook and eat, which tastes surprisingly well thanks to Koopa's haversack of spiciness, or whatever it's called, the handy haversack of spices.
Haversack of spiciness. There's porn in one pocket, just...
Well, I forget what it was called, but I think it's a Heward spice pouch or something. At any rate, when your morning calm and the stillness and sereneness of this wintry, cold yet wintry morning is cut with this piercing shriek, high-pitched shriek, as you see Argentia alit and just kind of land softly, pushing, the beat of their wings, kind of pushing some of the snow and and whatnot away, and you see Barca sitting on top, just kind of nodding, and then that's when you realize that the screaming, wailing sound seems to be coming from Argentia's kind of grasped claw.
What do you got there, Argentia?
She's like holding it like this.
And Argentia just kind of like flips open its front arm, their front arm, tossing this little furry green-skinned goblin, and you see Argentia then proceeds to kind of wipe their claw off of their talons in the snow to kind of get rid of some sort of smelly mess while Barca gets off.
What does the goblin do when it lands?
It kind of it takes a moment and kind of coughs and like sort of gets up, and it's got this stick that looks like it might have been a spear at one point, but like the tip has been broken off, and there's this like kind of dirty whitish, kind of grayish, sort of bandana-esque kind of flag sort of attached to it. And the goblin kind of proceeds to get up on its feet and then look over at all of you, and then immediately drops back down and goes prone. And it's like, please don't kill me!
Goblin's not Barca's
and
friend.
It screams this out in Goblin, by the way. So if you don't know Goblin, I guess you just hear it screech more.
Barca actually knows Goblin.
I know Barca knows Goblin.
Barca, part bear. No, Barca is he just says the goblin isn't Barca's friend yet, but Barca wants Goblin to be friends, so
I want to be friend too.
Jury's not out on that quite yet.
Mm-hmm.
But he knows where the stronghold is. He said they have many dragons, but he also said he knows where there's bugbear mothers, and maybe one of them's Barca's mother, because I think they keep all the bugbear mothers together. Isn't that right? Maybe Barca's friend.
I don't know about the dragons. I mean, there is a dragon. There is a dragon that Krasik likes to do what you do with. But I don't. There's not like multiple dragons. But yeah, there's bugbears and hobgoblins and goblins and They know they don't that they know that someone they know you came through. They're inviting you to a receipt
A receipt?
or a I hate human words. A moot, but if you swear your fealty, then Krasik will probably take you and your dragon mount in as part of the clan and probably sell the rest for slaves. Please don't kill me.
He sounds like a cocky bastard. Also, this could be a trap,
I mean, it's
clearly.
not necessarily a trap, but it's probably not wise to just go in there.
Barca will tell you it's trap. Barca knows the leader, and he's not a forgiving guy or girl. I guess I don't really know. Barca wronged them according to them, and they don't let things like that go.
Joe's gonna walk over to the goblin and like kind of poke him on the nose. What is your name, little almost not friend?
Whatever you want it to be, please don't kill me.
That is a horrible answer. Come on, what is your name?
Was that in common? I'm just...
Oh.
Actually, we'll say even or odd.
Even is good.
Yeah.
Even, I rolled a 14. So yes, that happened to be in common. They had enough control of their response to switch to common when you speak to common to them.
I mean, we need to call you something. Besides prisoner?
Yes, I'll be a prisoner. As long as you don't kill me, please don't kill me.
Noro.
Prisoner, we'll do good. Prisoner, we'll make sure you're...
I'm not calling you prisoner. We're not killing him, right? We're not killing him. He only has a pointy stick. We're not killing him, right?
And to be honest, it's not even a pointy stick anymore. Like...
Noro pours a second cup of tea, brings it to the goblin, and offers it to him and says, "Would you like some tea?"
Joe will go, "Ugh, you try to get this."
What's tea?
It's very strong flavor. Keeps you warm.
And you see he looks down at it, and then kind of looks up. And slowly drinks, kind of thinking that you're about going to poison him, and it's kind of resigned to his fate.
Very strong herbal blend.
And, well, what the hell? We'll roll for it. Sure, why not? Oh. And then you see, like, takes a hesitant sip, kind of keeping eyes kind of locked with you. And then stops, kind of looks down at it, looks up at you, takes another sip. This is the best thing ever! Oh, and then just starts downing the tea.
Once he is done, I will pour him another cup and advise him to go maybe just a scotch slower.
I rolled a nat 20, so...
Nice! So as he's drinking now the second cup, Noro will say, "My name is Noro. You met Barca and Tia. This is Fred, Trill, Ko, and Shimamale, because I can't ever remember her fucking name. Camilla, there we go.
Sorry.
We have no intentions of killing you.
Okay.
Unless you do something stupid.
Unless you do something to wrong us in some way.
I don't want to do anything to wrong you.
I didn't think you did. I imagine you actually have a name.
I'm, well, yeah. I'm Globble.
Is this the name you prefer to be called, Globble?
Wobble?
Okay.
Very good. Kind of glances over at the rest of the group.
So like Gobble, but add an extra L in.
Yeah.
Globble.
Yeah, like globule, but without the U.
Globble, globble, globble.
And he wobbled away, globble, globble.
Globble.
I was just going to call him Boblin.
Boblin?
Boblin.
Boblin.
Boblin the Goblin.
Boblin the Goblin.
He glances over at Barca, and we are to assume that this chief, master,
Grassy.
is intending treachery. He's asking Barca, not the goblin.
Oh, if he's saying that he's offering Barca back into the stable or whatever, first Barca not want to go back in stable, but also I don't think he wants Barca in stable. If it would be to hurt Barca or put him in position to fail and lose honor.
I don't particularly relish the idea of being sold into slavery, although I'm not certain it would take for any one of us. Well, Barca, would you like to go in and say hello? I guess my question is, do you want to go in and kill everything that moves, or do you want to simply go in and rescue all of the motherly bugbears?
Rescue the motherly bugbears. I don't think we'll be able to take down the whole thing unless there's, like some sort of Death Star weakness we're not aware of.
I mean, you already took out all the gate crew, right?
How big is the community? He's now asking Globble.
I mean, like, between mothers, and kind of gestures towards Barca, and pups, and those that are of fighting age, all told, yeah, maybe 100. But as far as, like, fighting, people, 10.
Maybe we do this in two phases. Maybe Barca go meet with Guy because maybe he doesn't know about all of us. Maybe me and Tia and I'm sorry, what was Globble.
Waving.
Friend Laven.
No, Claven's my brother.
Globble, and then, like, maybe one more, and then the rest of you, while we create diversion, the rest of you go to save the bugbear mothers. Most of those fighters are fighting slaves. They might be. I mean, sometimes pride takes over, and there'll only be like a few that might totally honor the Ludus and fight back, but maybe a bunch of the youngers, if we would be freed and want to fight. Barca fought. Maybe they remember Barca's name.
Well, Barca, I guess my question is, do you want somebody who talks and speaks well, or do you want somebody who fights well? To go with you specifically.
Also, and this is Koopa. What would be the best way of us being able to get there sneakily? Whereabouts is the village located? And you see Globble's like, well, it's on the edge of the lake. A few miles, or about a half day's walk for a goblin.
Let me propose this, Barca. Perhaps we all go as a group. And while those of us who are inclined to fight, while the others go and rescue the bugbear mothers.
Barca, not a plan maker. Barca more help with plans. So Barca, like your plan.
What do the rest of you think? I think Barca and I could probably give 10 fighters a run for their money. If anybody else wishes to stand and maybe heal us a little bit if we need it. But everybody else could go attempt to free the mothers.
I can go with it.
Being together or trying to go.
I think we should all go and arrive together, because then at least we have a starting point. And then when the fighting starts, as it seems like it inevitably will, then those who are to break off do in fact break off and rescue the mothers.
Assuming we need to get somewhere quickly, then should. I don't have any ability to teleport, but I could get someone to fly. Do you think that would be of use?
I mean, likely as not. Perhaps if the... I don't know.
I could even perhaps use my most powerful magic to get 2 people to fly. It does not necessarily have to be me.
Well, if Barca is riding the dragon, and is riding Tia, and there is in fact another dragon present that might cancel that particular thing out, but that does leave me on the ground alone. The ability to fly, at least for one of the fighters, might not be the worst idea. Also could potentially be saved for somebody that was trying to escape.
Barca and Tia, pretty good fighting combo.
Yes, I remember. Koopa, I feel like a lot of the questions that we are going to have at this point are probably not going to be able to be answered until we know what the lay of the land is.
Fair enough.
We've been through a lot. I trust your judgment as to when and how to use it when the time comes.
Globlin, can you draw us what maybe the compound looks like?
Yeah. And proceeds to draw out. So it's not like a. Surprisingly enough, it's not really a militant compound. It actually looks like more of a village.
I'm gonna say this now. I have an 18 passive insight, so if he's lying and rolls below an 18, I'd like to know.
No. The goblin is being as truthful as the goblin can be. You're guessing because the goblin does not want to die. And
Seems
since
reasonable.
failure is usually punishable by a lot of brute force and pain and
Painful
horribleness.
death.
Yeah, they make sure to tell you everything.
Barca will reach into his pack and give him like a piece of just frozen beef jerky. Left over from Dragon, that green dragon from many long time ago. He packed up his pack before he left.
Which admittedly has kind of a slightly weird taste to it, because it's, a little of that poison aftertaste, but yeah.
This just makes it spicier.
Sure.
All right. While we're snacking, can we recap the plan real quick? Because
based on what we've got right now, the plan is just to all go in together because we have been invited. When combat inevitably ensues, those who are inclined to stay and fight will stay and fight, and but the rest will go and attempt to rescue the bugbear mothers.
did we decide who was doing which?
Not specifically. Noro is himself inclined to fight. Kamea is not much of a combatant, so she would likely split off.
Barca, are you going to go help try to rescue your mother and try to identify her, or do you want to stand and fight?
My guess is Barca is going to pull attention. Like, the Del Toro's going to want to fight Barca. Or kill Barca. So he'll be focused on Barca.
Okay.
So Barca shouldn't go save Mother's Barca, rather go kick his ass.
Awesome. So the mother saving crew is more of a sneaky crew?
Sneaky or at least subtle.
Okay.
I
think I can do subtle.
I'm not really either, so.
Okay, so on our fighting crew, we have Barca, Noro,
Tia.
Who else? I can go on either one. I am sneaky.
I mean, I can help in case I'm more of a defensive spellcaster, but if there is another spellcaster present, I can help dissuade them from using their magics.
What if you come rescue the mothers in case? Are you kidding?
Cat?
Yes. Gee, okay, anyways. I will deal with that later. He's trying to get into the tub that smells like dog stuff because he really likes the dogs, even though he's scared of them. He wants to lay and rub up on anything that smells like them. I have a weird cat.
Sure.
Koopa, I think you should go with the moms, or go to help rescue the moms so you can help defend them.
Very well.
That's all I
got. Fred, this is more out of character because we have been together for a while. As a sorcerer, are you a blaster type, or what's your?
Let me look at my character sheet real quick while I'm still in the parking lot.
Nice.
Just got my gas all filled and all that stuff.
Cool. That was good timing.
Oh, fudge them up. Send them at the moment.
I think Fred and I are both fairly control-oriented magics, charming effects, and spider climbs and levitates and the like.
So this is my proposal at this point then. So what if Noro, Tia, Barca, and Fred stay and fight, and the rest go rescue the moms? I'm thinking you specifically, because if you have to talk somebody into leaving, you have the capability of doing so.
I'm very certain that I could do so, yes.
So this is
assuming
kind of... Sorry, go ahead.
Share language with them. Assuming I share language with them, yes.
Does anybody have any particular issues with that delineation?
I think most know your words.
Good. Then let us...
Although it's been a while, the Krasik doesn't like us speaking outsider languages.
Krasik seems
unkind.
Seems like an asshole.
I did not say it.
I mean, dude, he like keeps slaves. Can't we all agree that that's like the worst type of like person?
When you say that, you see this like fear, like pure carnal fear out of Globble, and Globble looks around, and then starts to realize, right, we're not in the village. We're talking smack about Krasik. Can get you killed.
Globble, go ahead, sorry.
I was like, and judging by his reactions, he's kind of an asshole to everybody.
Globble, you have an opportunity here. It seems that Barca has extended the hand of friendship. And the test...
Maybe friendship.
Indeed. The test of this friendship is going to be whose side you stand on at the end of this.
Uh-huh.
Ender, don't do it again.
So when the fighting ensues, I don't expect you to stand and fight. You don't seem the type. But if you insist in small ways, our side of things, I feel like you will be led to a better life. One where you do not have to live in fear of the man that is supposed to be protecting you.
Okay. So I help save mamas?
I feel like that would be the best way to go, yes.
Well, okay. And then proceeds to go over... proceeds to walk over and stand next to Koopa, because Koopa's probably the least intimidating.
I will also say, if we survive to the end of this and we are successful, I will give you more tea.
Oh. Yeah, I like tea. I like tea. Yeah. And then he looks around and goes, "Fuck Krasik."
Barca will come up and put his hand on the goblin and say, and remember, Barca, part goblin. Krasik, not part goblin.
Okay.
What is Krasik?
Okay.
Krasik is, and looks at Barca apologetically, hobgoblin?
Shit. So he's not part goblin, he hobgoblin.
Well, all goblin are part goblin.
I'm going to intervene at this point and say that if we're going to do this, we best leave this morning.
Let's go.
Okay. So with that, you head out,
Yep.
and you're all staying together.
Yep.
Okay. So you head forth. Global leads the way. I'm assuming you're not necessarily flying then, Barca, considering Global can't fly per se. But leads you without too much issue through the forest. And brings you to the lake. Now the lake is frozen over, and judging from some of the tracks and whatnot, probably gets walked over quite a bit during the colder times when it's like Siberian wilderness, so it's probably frozen much of the time. But sure enough, you do see a couple of rising smoke plumes from what you're guessing would be campfires or whatnot. And you see the village. And you see, because again, you've got the eagle-eyed peepers there, Barca, that it looks like Krasik's forces are kind of standing sort of milling about in the sort of the center of this village, more or less, sort of waiting for you. You're guessing you and your people to arrive.
I am still here. I am going to go off camera briefly. I'll be right back.
That's fair. And so, let me double check to see what I can and can't see with the map. Okay, so you can kind of see so you're kind of approaching from sort of across the lake, which is kind of over here to some extent. I'm just going to put Noro there for now so you can kind of see. Can you see Noro okay?
Yep.
Okay, so your group is more or less approaching from that side. And like I said, you can see it looks like a group of, looks like about 5 bugbears with maybe a handful of hobgoblins and a bunch of goblins throughout. You do see there is a hobgoblin kind of flanked by a couple of goblins, and that particular goblin looks a bit more it's kind of hard to place. Doesn't look, I mean, has some armor on them and is carrying a looks like a staff, which appears to have a snake head motif at the top, and is sitting there all kind of sort of confident and swaggery. That being said, how close do you guys approach?
Noro has every intention of walking right up to the group of people.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, Barca is stride for stride with Noro.
Okay, so tell you what then. Now, Barca, are you on Tia or are you on foot?
On Tia.
Okay.
Intimidation all the way.
So I'm going to negotiate where you're stopping with Noro, and then I can kind of fill in from there. So Noro, your figure is right here. Where do you want to be?
Hang on. I gotta get a closer look at the screen here.
Here's the one individual with the snake-headed staff. The hobgoblin with the snake-headed staff.
Okay. I'm gonna move until I am maybe, because there's that. What's at the very center there? Is that like a well or a?
It looks like it at one point would maybe have been used for a bonfire, but it does not have. It's probably got some charred logs that are still in there, but it does not look like it has been lit. These smaller campfires are mainly more like just cooking fires.
Okay. Then yeah, he's gonna move until he's basically across the fire from the dude with the snake-headed staff.
So like right there.
Yes.
Okay. Barca. Do you want to be like there?
Yep. And then after we walk in, I get off of Tia and stand right next to Noro.
Yeah, okay. And how about the rest of you?
Sorry, I'm controlling Kamea. She's going to be probably nearer to the back as a bit of a non-com.
Yeah, I'm squishy. I should be nearish the back. You know, spellcaster social business.
Okay, so we'll put... So far, Camille and Fred will be back like that. What about... well, and I think you said you wanted Koopa sort of, I guess, in the back?
Yeah, basically the people who are going to kind of split off or are squished. I mean, it's up to you guys where you want to be, but like toward the back would be probably better since you're splitting off.
Now, what are your passive perceptions?
18 for me, for Noro.
9 for Barca.
Kamia's a 17.
16 for Ko and 15 for Fred.
Okay. The rest of the encampment appears to be deserted. At least from what you can tell, you do not. While granted, the main area and these paths look very well trod, from just village traffic and whatnot, but you do not see any other inhabitants other than the minions that you see out there. That being said, Trix, where would you like to go? And Ko, where would you like to go?
I'll probably go a little bit in front of most of our other squishy people, but still kind of ish towards the back.
Like here? Like here?
Wait, was that me? Ko?
Oh, my apologies.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, probably somewhere around there-ish.
And Trix, where do you want to go?
Trill.
Trill, sorry. I keep getting that mixed up. My apologies.
She might have stepped away to deal with kids. I guess kind of put her alongside like Ko.
Ha! I'm actually here. I've just been on mute.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. I thought it was funny because this character's based on a different one whose nickname was Trixie, so I think it's funny. Anyways. Yeah, that looks good.
Okay.
That's exactly where I was going to put me, so... Did we decide between Trill and Fred who's
Sorry,
going...
get some water real quick. Okay, so...
Who's going to... Fred, where are you going? She's muted.
Fred is the blue...
Okay. Sorry, it's hard to unmute.
Were you gonna?
Fred's
Were you?
there right now?
Yeah. Is she gonna go? Are you staying to fight, or are you gonna go help the moms? I can't remember.
I'm going wherever I'm told to go. I feel like I was told to help fight.
Noro suggested Fred stay and fight, but honestly, Fred or Koopa
Just
could
so you-
stay.
Well, it's just mainly so you can have a magic user who can zap some stuff.
Right,
Yeah.
and that's what I was thinking. So Fred or Koopa should stay. I'd say it's up to I guess Fred because Koopa's an NPC at this point.
I think.
I'm like,
Koopa
I'm like, what are you gonna say, hon?
I was going to say, I think Koopa should go with the mothers. Sorry, I know we've already discussed this. I was just
Yeah, no, I'm cool doing the fight business.
okay.
Cool.
Sorry, I've been distracted by children, so I'm just verifying. So when we get into things,
gotcha.
I know what the plan is.
It's okay. I did my pit stop while I just got muted and muted you all and did my business.
So once we are there,
you approach and you see the hobgoblin with the snake-headed staff goes, "Who is it who dares bring such tribute to the Red Talon tribe?"
Tribute? What is tribute?
Well, you bring these slaves, do you not?
No one here is slave.
So then you seek to challenge our Lord Krasik. Is that it?
Crassus asked for us. We're here to talk to Crassus.
And who are you that thinks that they are allowed to talk to Krasik? What is your name?
Barca, east of the pits.
And you see there's actually a little bit of a murmur from the various bugbears and goblins. And you see, while before they were maybe standing a little bit more, a little bit more cocksure, a little more relaxed, like they had this sort of thing, when you mention that specifically, they all start to be a little bit more concerned, like not necessarily like full on worried, but they kind of straighten up and then start to be more at the ready with their weapons. Like, again, not necessarily in a threatening manner, but definitely in a, oh shit, this is Barca. With that, you do hear a bit of a roar from up above. And you see, riding in on a white dragon about the size of yours, you see this hobgoblin warrior dressed, adorned in a thick, blockish looking style plate mail, brandishing actually a trident in one hand and a shield in the other. And you see when the dragon lands, the dragon kind of leans back and roars a little bit, and you see all the goblins and hobgoblins and bugbears start to cheer and actually start to cheer, "Krasik! Krasik!" And you, admittedly, when the dragon roars, you hear Argentia kind of quietly hiss a little bit. Definitely not impressed.
Noro kind of leans into Argentia as the dragon kind of the roar dulls down. Says, "You can answer back. I feel that would be appropriate in this moment."
If I do, we fight.
That's the plan.
And you see the hobgoblin warlord there kind of look down at you and go, "Did my ears hear true? Is the prodigal son returned to us?
Arca come to talk, not return.
Is that what civilization is made of you? A diplomat? And he starts laughing, and granted, the rest of the goblin crew takes like a half second too long before they start to laugh with them because they're a bunch of yes men toadies.
Just for clarification's sake, because I want to make sure that I'm this character's name, is it Crixus or Craxus?
I keep saying Krasik. Krasik is what I write it as.
Got it. So this is part of the backstory I sent you, right? That guy. I'm just making sure because that might change how I play this.
I believe so. Admittedly, it's been a while since I've looked at those pages too, so I'm bad. I apologize.
It's been a while.
I only ask because Crixus is someone like has a relationship. If it's that character.
Crap. Now I need to look at my notes again. No, it is not Crixus.
It's not. It's the leader of the Red Talon. So that's
correct.
Okay. Bark is going to turn out to all the bugbears that are around him and just say, brothers, there's another way. Another way than being scared, being beaten for no reason at all, having your honor stripped of you. There's another way than to be underneath the heel of Craxus. So I say this. Let me challenge Craxus for the leadership of the Talon in one-on-one combat. Winner take all.
And you see Krasik, like, there's sort of this quiet, and then you hear Krasik just start to laugh. and you hear some of them sort of laugh, and it's like, you wish to test your mettle against me? Very well. And you see his dragon and he start to take off, and flies up maybe about 40, 50 feet. Come, boy! It appears you've forgotten the taste of steel. Let me remind you.
As he kind of walks by, he just kind of gets right next to, or as he walks by Noro, he knows that Noro has been able to hear him talk really quietly. So as he says that, Barca says, when we start the fight, take out the fighters. He jumps on Tia, and he goes after Praxis.
As he jumps on Tia and starts to fly off, Noro kind of turns to him. And he inclines his head slightly when you said what you said. But as you climb on the back of the dragon, he turns up to you and says, a word of advice? Don't die.
Barca never die.
That is a bald-faced lie.
So I
keep forgetting your passive perception is 18.
I would like everybody to roll an inch.
That's a bold-faced lie. Actually, can I try to deceive Noro?
You can go ahead and try to deceive Noro.
My passive insight is 18.
I'm going to say roll it, though, Noro, because...
Okay, I'll roll it.
Quite frankly, we're in a tense situation. like an overly tense situation because combat?
21 is your DC.
Yeah, right. I'm not going to get that. Where is deception?
It's a
There you
charisma
go.
based, if that matters.
Yeah, I'm not going to get that. I'm -1. I got an 18. I rolled a 19.
Your charisma's negative?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but,
I mean, I knew your intelligence was. I didn't know.
I mean, it's kind of obvious to a certain extent. That never goes Barca's way.
we're back.
So I need everyone to roll an ish.
I'm ready when you are, Brian.
As am I.
Yep, I'm ready.
Sorry, I forgot. I rolled all the bad guys ahead of time. However, I did not roll Koopa. Barca, for this particular combat, you and Argentia are going to go at the same time.
Okay.
So just use your initiative.
Sounds good.
So Barca.
22.
Nice. And what's your initiative mod?
+3. You get that advantage on your initiative rolls when you're... It's very nice.
The barbarian initiative advantage is pretty huge.
All right. After Barca, let's go Ko.
Ko got a 22.
What's your initiative mod?
+5.
Okay.
And Fred got an 11 with a +3.
Okay, and then we got Noro.
I had a 19 with a +4. And Kamea had a 20 with a +3.
And then Trill.
I got an 8 with a +5.
An 8?
An 8, yes. And since I'm low on the totem pole, I am going to step away because I have a sick kid.
That's fair. If it makes you feel any better, Koopa rolled a nat 1. So
All right.
Koopa's literally going last.
All right.
Top of the initial order is Ko with Barca and Argentia on deck.
All right. Ko is going to strum his lute as he casts Hypnotic Pattern. And I think he's probably going to do that on... let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
You see the gentleman with the snake-headed staff? Actually, no. How far away are you? He might have to... The bastard might be too far away. Let's see. 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. No, haha. Oh, no, wait. You're not there, though. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, what level spell is that?
It is a 3rd level.
Okay, so that means he's actually going to need to roll for it. Counterspell. Oh no, counterspell is 3rd level. Okay, never mind. Yeah, you begin to cast a spell, and you see the hobgoblin with the staff say a few words and counterspells you.
I counterspell as counterspell.
So you're using up your reaction to counterspell as counterspell?
Yes.
Okay. Then you, it's the same level spell because it's got to be at least a 3rd level slot. So you counterspell his counterspell, I guess.
Beautiful. And then I am going to hypnotic pattern. I think it's a 30-foot cube, and I think the densest grouping in that size is probably going to be kind of in the southwest corner there.
What's the range on the spell?
120 feet.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you're fine there. I
Yeah.
think 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Yeah, you're plenty fine. So you're trying to get over here?
I think that's the densest cluster in a 30-foot cube. I don't think there's anywhere that more of them would get.
By the way, I'm just going to take for the combat in the air. I'm just going to take Barca and Argentia and the bad guy and the bad guy dragon just off the map because they're flying up above, dealing with shit.
And actually, you know what? I'm gonna include the bad guy and the bad guy dragon in that 30.
No, they're up. They're out of range.
Oh, they're more than 30 feet up.
They already flew up, so they
Okay.
are out of range of the cube.
Okay. Well, then
unless you were trying to get them with the cube, but if you're
no, I might as well just get the ones on the ground.
So, so you said it's a 30-foot cube?
There's the 30-foot cube, and I think there's at least one spot in there that I can get like 8 of them in one 30-foot cube if I didn't count wrong.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So are you starting? Tell me where you want to start the corner, and then I can measure the cube.
I think I can get the most of them if I start kind of 2 squares west of where you started, so a little bit in the middle. Yeah.
Like
so
this guy?
Yep. And then go north and west from there.
Okay, so that's 4 goblins, 2 bugbears, and 2 hobgoblins.
All right. And they all get to attempt a wisdom saving throw, and because I'm playing my loot, they get to make it at disadvantage.
And what's the DC?
DC is 16.
Nope. They all fail.
Beautiful. They are all incapacitated and have a speed of 0.
Okay. Now that's a concentration spell?
It is a concentration spell, yes.
Okay.
So once I do that, I'm going to move back a little bit, kind of go southeast a little bit so that I'm directly south of Fred.
You want to be right there?
Yep.
Okay.
So I will be a little bit out of the way for concentration purposes. And you know what? As a bonus action, because I can, I am going to bardically inspire Trill.
Okay. Trill has an inspiration die.
And that will be Go's turn.
She's still probably stepped away right now, so make sure she knows when she gets to do stuff.
Will do. We will remind her.
My apologies, I have to step away for a brief moment.
I'll take this brief moment to check on my audio. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, although it is a little fuzzy.
Okay.
Sorry about that. And I'm back. Barca. At Argentia, it is your turn.
All right. Well, as I'm flying after Krasik, I am immediately going to shoot. Tia is going first. Basically, we're flying after. So we basically want to get within level of him.
Okay.
Or get it so I can see both him and the dragon, so there's some cover.
Yeah, are you getting into melee range with you and Argentia? Or are you getting into?
I'm getting in position to use a breath weapon attack.
Tia will tell you straight up, the breath weapon won't do anything against her.
Oh, really?
Not against the white dragon.
But the idea is it's not that I'm not going after that dragon.
Oh, okay.
I want to make sure I can see Krasik.
Krasik's up in the air. You can see Krasik.
Yep. So I just need to get within 30 feet, and then she's gonna do paralyzing breath at the dragon and Krasik.
Okay.
And each creature in that area must succeed on a 17 Constitution saving throw.
Okay. They both. The dragon got a 17 right on, and Krasik actually got an 18.
Son of a preacher. Okay. Well, that was that action. Then for plan B, I'm going to use the rest of the movement of Tia to go directly at the dragon. And right when we get there, Barca is going to run down the neck and jump, which will make it Barca's turn, and jump at Krasik, trying to knock him off the dragon.
Okay, so then what I would like you to do, if you're trying to tackle him off the dragon, go ahead and make an athletics roll.
I rage, by the way, before I do that. Just a heads up.
Okay, use your bonus action to rage.
Yeah. Uh, 26 for Barca.
Yeah. Yeah. You tear him off, and you both go plummeting to the ground.
Barca's got feather fall.
Okay, Barca floats like a feather down on the ground. However, Krasik is not doing nearly so hot there. And actually, why am I writing it there? That's dumb. Should be writing it there. I mean, yeah, that's one way to get past this high AC is to chuck him off a goddamn dragon. That'll eat up hit points regardless of what your AC is. So you see Krasik crashes down onto the basically onto the lake. So, and you float down probably within like 5-10 feet of him.
Now, would that would be one attack? Would you call that one attack? Or would that be the whole action?
Because you're running off the back of a dragon, I'm going to say for this intent and purposes, and because of the time it takes to fall, I'm going to call it an action for this turn.
Totally fine. And then, so Barca then lands and says, "Your move, bitch."
All right. After that is the Hobgoblin Devastator.
Did I get missed yet, or did I?
No, you're not next yet.
You're good.
Perfect.
You're
Sorry,
still,
I've just been away and I wanted to check in. So
You're still, yeah. We're still in the 20s. You said you're at an 8, correct?
yeah, I am. All
So
right,
you're good.
thanks. Just wanted to check in.
So the Hobgoblin Devastator, the one with the staff, looks back at its men sitting there, kind of. And then just looks back at the rest of them, points the staff at the rest of you, and says, "Kill them!" And it proceeds to cast a spell. And Koopa is going to attempt to counterspell it. Oh, is that going to be enough? Yeah. And so then Koopa, you see the Hobgoblin starts to cast a spell, and then Koopa quickly casts a spell, and then you see this blue sheen kind of shimmer down on Koopa. And the Hobgoblin spell fizzles. And now Koopa has used his reaction. And the Devastator is not too happy about that. And is going to step back just a little bit. And that is it for the Hobgoblin Devastator. Then it's Kamiya with Noro on deck.
Kamiya is going to take an action to wild shape into one of her starry forms. And she is going to choose... We're going to go with the Chalice. Just for your edification... When you cast a spell that restores hit points, you can target a creature within 30... You or a creature within 30 feet can regain 1d8 plus 4 hit points. So anytime she casts a healing spell, she gets to do a little extra healing.
Nice.
That is an action for her. She is going to do something when I look at the battlefield again. I think that is actually... She's going to move forward 15 feet. Just do straight forward.
Okay, so she's standing next to Trill.
Yep.
All right.
And that will end her turn.
All right. I'm sorry, I guess I have the initiative. I should probably be paying closer attention. Duh. Noro is next with Krasik and the dragon on deck.
Fuck. Okay, so... All right, Noro's going to move a 5-foot step to the northwest, and then he's going to move between those two goblins up to the taller dude.
So move to there?
Yep. That should not provoke because he's still in their threatened area.
Correct.
And Noro is going full dervish on these assholes.
All right.
The guy directly in front of him is going to get the first 2 attacks. He's going to try to take him out before he tries to take out the smaller 2. So I'm going to roll that. He's not 2-weapon fighting, so because he's going to do that. 21.
To hit the Devastator, the caster guy?
Yes.
Yes, that hits.
And then 26.
That will also hit.
So I'll roll damage for that, and then I'll figure out what to do next. He's basically two-handing the sword at this point, so he's going to do that. 13 plus 8. Math. 21 points of damage from 2 attacks. That is...
So added together, the 2 attacks is 21 damage?
Correct. That is magical slashing damage.
Okay. Still up, but definitely hurting.
And then he's going to spend a point of ki to do a flurry of blows, and because of his style, he gets to do it with his sword as opposed to his fists.
Because he's a Kensai?
Yep. 22 to hit.
That will hit.
And then higher, 24 to hit.
That will also hit.
So then 2 more of these guys. Nice. 24 points of damage from 2 attacks.
How do you want to do this?
So yeah, Noro just moves forward, fleet of foot, kind of skipping around the fire pit. Blade singing in the air. 3 swift cuts, driving the creature to distraction, and the final one takes his head off.
There you go.
That is definitely the end of Noro's turn.
All right. After Noro is Krasik and the Dragon, which sounds like a bad Renfest band name. There you go. Krasik will get up, and Krasik is going to attack you, Barca.
Bring it.
Admittedly, some of his warlord abilities don't work so well because he's no longer next to his dragon mount. So that was actually kind of a smart maneuver, I will admit. Wow, some crappy rolls, except for the nat 20. But I doubt a 13 or 14 hits you.
Nope.
However, the nat 20 will, and that will be for... Ooh, that's like damn near ghetto crit. So like 13 damage.
Okay.
As he kind of...
What kind of damage?
Piercing.
Okay.
And if it matters, magical piercing, but piercing all the same. You see kind of... You know, the fighting style of Krasik when he's on foot is very reminiscent of, if you ever watched the movie Troy, where you see Brad Pitt and, what's his name, fighting each other, where, yeah, sometimes the spears will swing out and stab, but sometimes they'll, like, flip around and, like, stab from behind, but, like, using the shield as a guide and stuff. And, like, that... Like, the first 2 thrusts, you're like, whatever, batting out of the way, but then the third one kind of whipped around from behind and then used the shield as a guide and just went right into your shoulder. And there's that. Then, as far as the White Dragon is going to attack Argentia, because it also recognizes that its breath weapon ain't going to do shit. So it's going to attack with a claw, or with a bite and 2 claws. The bite only got a 11. I doubt that hits. But one of the claw attacks got a 17.
Nope.
Okay. And then nat 1. So I actually missed. And admittedly, they're now kind of, I'm assuming as far as flying around, I mean, they effectively can fly within each other's range. I'm assuming they're kind of dogfighting and tearing at each other.
Probably a fairly impressive fight.
Because realistically, their cold breaths aren't going to do jack squat to each other. But after that is the Bugbear Chief with the Bugbear Chiefs with the goblins on deck. Well, these two guys go blah, 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 blah. He's dead, so we can throw him back. So these two guys are actually going to move up to here so they can get some flankins. 10, 20. And, yeah, 10. This one's going to dash to move up to trail.
Oh!
So the ones that are now uber flanking Noro are going to take swings at you. And thank God they were rolling with frickin' advantage.
I am a 21 to hit at the moment.
Yeah, they got +5. So yeah, 21 and a 23 to hit respectively.
That'll do it.
For 12 damage and 12 damage. Piercing.
Alrighty.
You get the sense that the bugbears and the goblins, they do a lot of flanking maneuvers. Like that seems to be their preferred tactic. And granted, they're going all in because they saw you literally chop a man into 4 pieces in as much time as it takes them to go, I roll a niche. So, yeah, they're a little... That's a thing. Then it goes goblins with Fred on deck. Oh, that was actually pretty good for their will save. Okay, so... Now, on the hypnotic pattern, do they save at the end of their turn, those that are...
I don't think so, but let me double check.
I know a lot of times if there's a hold person or something, it usually has something along those lines. I'm just double checking.
So the creature is incapacitated for the duration. It does end if it takes any damage or if someone else uses an action to shake the creature out of its stupor. But otherwise, no save at the end of the round or anything like that.
Okay. Okay, he's going to dash. Okay, so they dashed. These 3 will attack. That one will attack. Those 2 will shoot with bows. Okay. So starting with these 2 guys, they're going to shoot their bows at Ko.
Which ones are?
These 2 little guys here, they moved up and are started shooting.
Gotcha.
Goblins, where'd my goblins go? +4. No, wait, did I roll that? No, I didn't roll. No, I didn't roll yet. Okay. 11 was the highest to hit there.
They were missed then.
This single guy is going to attack Noro that does not have advantage but got a 19 to hit.
Negative, 21 still.
Okay, the other two that are flanking with the bugbears get to roll with their advantages. 16 I does not hit, but the one did crit, which is damn near the only way they can get you. And then, so that'll be 5. Jesus, that'll be 11 damage.
Okay.
Then there's one going to attack Trill. 20 to hit.
Yep.
For 6 damage. And then there's 2 on Camilla. Does a 16 hit?
No, it does not. Sorry, I didn't realize I was muted.
Okay, and then does a 21 hit?
Yes, that does hit.
So Camilla gets hit by one of the goblins for 6 damage.
Got
That
it.
is it for the goblins. It is Fred with Trill on deck.
Okay, Fred wants to cast Shatter. That magic user back there seems like he's going to be a problem. And do there happen to be any other guys around that would be within range to also get hit by this?
So I don't know what you can see, Fred. There's a group of
I cannot see anything. I'm driving. I cannot see.
That's fair. So I'm going to explain to you. North of you, there's 2 goblins on Koopa. Northwest of you, there are 3 goblins and a bugbear on Camilla and Trill. And to the southwest of you, there are 2 goblins that are shooting at Ko that you can see. Everyone else is kind of hidden behind the tents that you are kind of currently behind.
So I can't see such a movie. So can I see the magic user that counterspelled or no?
You do not see the magic user, as they would be behind the tent that you are currently sort of behind.
Oh, cool. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to remember what other spells I have. Charm person, not helpful.
Adam, do you have any suggestions since you're looking at her spell sheet or at her character sheet?
Let's see here.
I guess I could use Shatter and wipe out a blob of characters. Goblin guys.
So there are 2 groups of 2 that I think you can hit. Can she hit the ones that are attacking me and Camilla?
She won't be able to get all, like, what's the area of damage for a shatter? Is it like a 10-foot radius, 5-foot radius?
20, but
right? Can you help us
to that.
I'm
with the stats on shatter?
pulling it up real quick. 10-foot radius spread.
10-foot radius. So here's the deal. You could potentially hit the goblins surrounding Camilla. You wouldn't be able to without hurting Camilla.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to get the bugbear though. If you wanted to get the bugbear, then admittedly Camilla and Trill would probably still be okay, but Camilla would definitely be in the blast zone. But you could, if you pushed it out kind of past that corner goblin, you could at least get the 3 goblins on Camilla, which definitely would give her some breathing room.
Yeah, if I can hit 3 guys, I guess I'll go with Shatter and
Okay.
Strategically places do not blast my companions.
So, Reich, you've got that in front of you. Is that a saving throw or an attack roll?
Reich dropped out of Zoom. He's trying to get back in.
Ah, dang it. All right, I'll look it up real quick.
No, I got it. It's a Constitution saving throw.
It's a con saving throw?
Yes.
Level 7. The spell was level 3 or 4, I can't remember.
Hang on. I'm going to actually pull up her character while Schmoopsy is dealing with his stuff.
Okay.
Thank you. Heads up, I'm going to drop out after I take my turn because my mom called and she's probably concerned about the weather I'm driving in since I'm driving through pea soup.
Noted. Thank you.
I'm going to finish my turn and then call her back.
Okay, and you said it was a Constitution saving throw?
It is.
And what's the DC again?
Working on it. I've got a lot of web pages to go through to get to her, so.
No worries.
DC 16.
So 2 of them make it, because I rolled a 16 on the die and a nat 20, and one of them rolled a nat 1.
Okay, so save for half.
Okay.
And it's going to be 3d8 thunder damage, which I will roll real quick.
All right.
We should.
That is a good roll. So that is a total of 18 points of damage, which means 9 for half.
Right, so those 3 goblins are dead.
I'm glad I could help. Okay.
Even the one that rolled nat 20 goes, I can hear.
And then immediately dies.
Pretty much.
Go what?
Now, Fred, did Fred want to move? Because I'm assuming it was an action to cast, so...
Yeah, it was an action to cast.
Is there anything up in her grill? I can't... Which one is she, Brian?
Fred is right here.
Honestly, she's in a good position right now. I don't think you need to move, Jess.
Yeah, I don't really want to. Right, I'm gonna step out. Depending on how long a round is and how my mom wants to talk.
Okay.
Me or Schmoopsy will Jaeger you. It's fine.
Thank you.
Drive safe.
I got you.
Trill is next then with the hobgoblins on deck.
Excellent. I realize I don't have a lot of really close combat stuff.
Oh, you do have an inspiration die, by the way.
What?
You do have an inspiration die from Ko, by the way.
I do. I just, can I use Witch Bolt? I don't know Witch Bolt there. Yeah. Can I use Witch Bolt even if they're right in front of me? I can do that.
Yes.
All right.
Now, does it require an attack roll?
Yes, because it has a +7 to hit.
So just to warn you, because you are in melee, granted, with it, but since you're in melee, when you roll your attack roll, you're rolling with disadvantage.
Can I use my inspiration to...
Remind me again, Trill, what class are you?
Rogue.
So as a rogue, you could use a bonus action to disengage to get so that you are not melee, and then fry him.
I will do that.
But then you're using your bonus to kind of scoot away from him.
That's okay. I'm going to scoot away, and then I'm going to roll. Should I re-roll?
So how much... Well, hold on. Don't roll anything yet.
Sorry, I had clicked it earlier.
Well, then that doesn't count for nothing. Where do you want to move to?
I think, can I just take a 5-foot step back?
You just want to step back to right there?
Yeah.
Okay. Easily done. So now go ahead and roll your attack roll.
Will do. Sorry, I got excited.
I know we get to game.
This is better. I rolled a nat 20 so 27 to hit.
Well, a nat 20 will hit regardless, but you also crit.
Does it crit for Witch Bolt?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I don't. Okay, you have to work me through this. All right, I'm rolling damage.
So double the amount of dice that you'd normally roll for damage.
Well, if you rolled through D&D Beyond and got the net 20, it should automatically change your damage roll button to crit damage.
Oh no! Shoot! It just like.
Or you can.
I
or
clicked
you
it
can,
and it went away.
You can right click it, and you'll have the option to do roll with advantage or with crit damage or not.
Okay, wait. Crit damage. I'm sorry. I rolled it. It went away. If somebody else saw what it was, I am not trying to like.
No, it's in the chat logs, so we've got it.
Okay, I don't know. I don't know what it was, and I don't know how to get to the chat log.
Because Witch Bolt is normally 1d12. It automatically rolled 2d12 for you.
Perfect.
And it was, come on, a 3 and a 7 on those 2 die, so 10 damage.
Okay.
The bugbear is not happy as its hair stands on end and you see electricity course through its body.
Awesome.
It's not happy at all.
It continues. Okay, if I don't do anything else. So I'm just going to stay there and concentrate on that.
Okay. Then the next up is Hobgoblins with Koopa at the bottom of the round. Okay, so that's a big whole mess right there. I think they're going to let the bugbears and the goblins take care of them for the moment because they don't really know any better. So I think this guy's going to move to like here. This guy's going to move to here. I'll move up to here. And then 15, 20, 25, 30. 30, yeah, we'll go over there. 5. Now, is this hypnotic pattern still going in this area?
No. The pattern shows up and then disappears. They're just bamboozled for a minute unless some external force knocks some sense into them.
Okay. That guy's going to double move. All right, so these 4 guys are going to... That one's going to shoot at Koopa. This one's going to shoot at Fred. This one will shoot at Trill, and this one will shoot at Camilla. Because that seems like a thing. You see they are, the hobgoblins are armed with muskets or thunder staves, whatever you want to call them, and they are going to start trying to kerplink us. So let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, so the one on Koopa is at short range. However, that is +3, so that misses. So one fires off at Koopa and misses. One will fire off at Fred, but I doubt a 7 hits ya. So that misses. The third is going to shoot at Trill. But again, low roll of the die, that's an 8. And then, oh, dear God. However, Camilla, being the bad one out, I really don't mean to kill Jessie's character when she's not here.
She will be pissed.
She will be severely pissed. But that one does roll a nat 20 and gets a crit. And Camilla will take 17 damage.
Ow.
So as a barrage of gunfire goes off, and you guys hear something whiz by you, it sounds like, for the most of you, but you see Camilla get shot kind of straight in the chest and not looking well. Although, oh wait, actually, Shit. How much damage was that?
17. 16. 17, because that's the math that I did.
Knock off 10 of it.
Oh, okay.
As you see, as a reaction, because Koopa, never mind. Koopa already used this reaction and he hasn't gone yet. I lied. Never mind. She takes the full amount. Fuck. All right. Well, it was sadly worth a shot. And then it is Koopa, who does not like that and is going to figure out what the hell he wants to do, but he's got a couple little goblin bastards on his. Let's see here. Okay, so Koopa is going to attempt a spell. And I gotta double check because I didn't pull it up. What it is? Hey. All right. And the Bugbear Chief makes, and when I say makes, doesn't make a saving throw. So Koopa casts a spell, and you see the Bugbear disappear. And funny enough, I can use one of these for what it's actually used for, which is the banished condition. Because banishment doesn't take an attack roll. And then that is Koopa. So top of the round is Ko with Barca and Argentia on deck.
All right. Ko, I think, is going to throw out a shatter of his own. And he's going to throw one out at second level against the little cluster that was shooting at him before.
Okay. And it's a 10-foot radius?
It is a 10-foot radius.
So if you center it, you could get the hobgoblin and the two goblins.
I will do that. They get to attempt a Constitution saving throw.
So the hobgoblin got a 4. However, the goblins, which apparently are scarily durable little bastards, got a 17 and 14 respectively.
The 17 will save, the 14 will not. And so the one that saved will take half damage. Let's see. So that would be 15 total, 7 for the half. And that is thunder damage.
Yeah, they all die.
Aha!
Little fuckers are glass cannons.
Little bit.
I mean, kind of almost literally in that sense, in the case that they have fire gunpowder, it's just like, actual kind of cannons.
And
to an extent.
I guess more in a attempt to kind of help keep Kamiya alive, I'm going to inspire Kamiya as a bonus action this round.
Okay. And are you moving or are you staying put?
Now I'll stay put.
All right. Are you done then?
Yes, that will be my turn.
Barca and Argentia are next.
Okay, we're going to start with Tia. Roll some attacks. So she's just going to attack that dragon in front of her.
Okay.
And we'll miss the bite. So nat 1 on the first, natural 20 on the second.
Okay, so that would be, I'm assuming the first attack is your bite and then claws?
Yep, and then a 7 for another claw. So 2 misses and a hit, I'm guessing, and crit.
So I'm guessing the crit then was for one of the claw attacks?
Correct.
Okay.
It's going to be... 15 points of slashing damage.
Nice. So yeah, much like the white dragon had done to Argentia, with like a missed bite and a claw, and then one successful claw that got through. Argentia returns in kind again, misses the bite, swings with the claw, doesn't get through, but then Argentia's claw gets through, digs a lot deeper furrows in the other dragon than the other dragon did to Argentia. So nice hit as far as that goes. And as far as Barca
will return the favors. He's doing this recklessly, just so you know.
So he's got advantage?
Yep. Uh, 18 to hit.
That will miss.
Son of a bitch. A dirty 20.
So a 20 for your total?
Yeah.
That will miss.
Wow. 21.
That will also miss.
Holy
You swing at him with reckless abandon, and you can tell that for one, this a hobgoblin. I mean, that hobgoblins in general have a fairly military sort of background. Like they're used to like the discipline and combat training, and this one is definitely no slouch in the combat department. You swing down with your axe, and he brings it up. Brings it up with his shield, and knows better than to absorb the whole impact with the shield, but almost uses his shield as a parrying device and kind of swinging his trident up as sort of an uppercut. And then you swing it down again, and again he kind of sort of again not absorbing the blow with the shield like most people do, but like using it to almost parry, and then kind of brings it around again, and you just see. And then one time you get past the shield and you hit the plate mail, but this thick, blockish looking plate mail, which definitely doesn't look like goblin make, just absorbs the blow. And he just kind of, and before you even have a chance to like kind of grind your axe into his chest, he kind of bats it away. And yeah, it's a thing. He's definitely a tough combatant.
Oh, goody.
Is that it for Barca?
That's it for Barca.
All right. Well, the Hobgoblin Devastator is dead.
Fuck yeah, he is.
So Kamiya is next with Noro on deck.
How far is Kamiya from Noro at the moment?
Oh, 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50.
Can she see him from where she's standing too? I can't.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
she's going to hit him with a 4th level healing word.
Okay.
Which is 60 feet. And then she's going to use her chalice ability. Somebody got hit close by. Oh, she got hit close by. She's going to use her chalice ability to heal herself.
Good call.
So I'm going to roll that for Noro quick, and then I will roll her. Where the fuck is... There it is. Okay. Here we go.
So Camille does a bit of healing.
She does a bit of healing. She's healing Noro. Noro's feeling a lot better now. And then she is going to use that to heal herself. Does all right. All right, she's looking a lot healthier. All right, and that is going to end her turn. And I believe you said Noro was next?
Noro is next after Camilla with Trasic and the White Dragon on deck.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, Noro's got what we call a target-rich environment. So, starting with the northwest, I'm guessing Bugbear. I can't actually see from here.
So, you got Bugbear.
Yep.
Bugbear.
Yep.
Goblin.
Okay. Starting with the northwest Bugbear, he is going to hit him in the face with the sword a lot. More than once. Probably. 21.
21 will hit.
Well, and we have a Jessica.
Hello.
Hello.
Nice back.
Good. I'm going to quick do something. Sorry. All right. So 21 hits. Do you want me to roll these out separately, or should I roll multiple attacks?
I mean, they've got plenty of hit points, so you can add them together if you want.
Okay, I'm going to do that. I'm just going to go like full flurry on this guy.
Gotcha.
22.
That will hit.
Oh, so fucking close. 26.
That will hit.
God damn it, and 26. I was so close to a 20.
They will all... They all hit. They're all... Yeah.
Okay, I will add all of this together then. Oh, nice. 43 points of damage.
For all 4 attacks?
For all 4 attacks.
Still up, but definitely looking bloodied and savage.
All right. That was my action and bonus action. I'm going to call that done for now. That is Noro.
Okay. So after Noro is Krasic and the dragon. So I'm going to roll for the dragon first. Bite and 2 claw attacks. Bite got a 12. I doubt that hits. One of the claw attacks got an 18.
Just hits.
Okay, so that'll be 11 slashing damage. And then the other claw attack actually got like a 23, so that'll be another 11 slashing damage. As the dragons are going at it. Then, as far as Krasic, he is going to poke at you twice with his trident and then attempt to shield bash you. So for the first trident attack, swing comes poking in, but like a 14, which I doubt hits you.
Negative.
However, the second, you can tell that was more of a feint, as the second one for a 28 to hit you.
Definitely hits me up.
And we'll do 7 piercing damage. And admittedly, that seemed to slightly put you off heels, because then he got a nat 20 on the shield bash, which, granted, of all the things he could crit with, is probably the best. So for the shield bash, he does 8 bludgeoning damage, and then you need to make a strength saving throw.
Okay. All right, strength saving throw. 18.
You got an 18?
18, yep.
You were just fine, and I have to step away for just a brief moment.
Schmoopsy, tell people about your stream.
It's awesome.
Apparently, my stream has a robot recommendation. No. I am on Twitch as Seven Tail Fox. Tail is Tale, like the story, because that's what we're looking for, what we're trying to collect. We're going through some fun games, stuff with good stories, or games like Sea of Thieves where we can make our own stories every time we play. We're currently playing through Tales of Arise, which is the newest game in my probably favorite of all time game series, Tales of series. And it's been a lot of fun so far. I do a lot of voiceovers and fun voices for everything. If you don't want to read things, if you just want to hear all the dialogue, whether it was voiced in game or not, I will read it for you, and I will try to make it entertaining. So feel free, come by, check it out, hang out, talk and chat. We love getting new people in, and yeah, we'd hope to see you there.
I have 100% just popped on your stream and did work while you were doing the thing, because it was just like listening to a gaming story, which, you know, I listen to Critical Role, so that's a whole last thing.
Sure.
So that was always good. Other things that we can plug. Our friend Nick has Epic _Realms on Twitch. He does a lot of video game streaming, several Mondays a month. I don't think it's every Monday, but it's like every other. He does a podcast interview live stream, where if you're in the chat, you can actually ask the individual that he is interviewing questions, and they will not get asked necessarily in real time, because he usually waits until the end of the interview to do it, but he will go through the chat and ask the questions that the chat has asked. He's had such individuals as James Sutter, he's had Ed Greenwood, he's got a whole bunch of other fun people lined up. I know I'm not allowed to talk about all of the people he's got lined up, but there's one person in particular that I'm very much looking forward to hearing from. So there's that. He also does a lot of Valheim and... what's the other game that he does?
He's been doing a lot of Dead by Daylight.
Yes.
Depending on when this actually airs on Twitch in the near future, I will be doing some Dead by Daylight with Epic Realms and some other mutual friends of ours.
Fabulous.
They have played a lot of Dead by Daylight. I have never played Dead by Daylight before. So it'll be a nice little dynamic if you want to see people who know what they're doing and people who don't at the same time.
So you can show up and watch Schmoopsy die a lot.
Pretty much.
Very entertaining. I will be.
Thank you for the interruption. Jessie just got back from the thing she was doing, so we just had to grab her stuff real quick.
Yeah, no worries.
Sure.
We got to plug our friends.
Did you explain to her that you're killing her character?
I'm not killing her character. Shut up. All right.
She's fine. She's fine. She's not even bloodied yet.
Yeah, she's fine. It's fine. It's all fine. She's fine.
How are you?
Exactly.
If she goes down, as long as I'm still up, she's fine.
And so, Barca, you made your save for the knocking down the shield threat.
Yep.
And so then it's the Bugbear Chiefs are next.
My character.
You're fine, sweetie. You're fine. I got you.
You're fine.
The
We've
two
got to revivify
Bugbears
if things
on
go
Noro
bad.
are going to take swings at Noro.
Nora was unhappy about that situation.
Well, not as unhappy as they are because they rolled shite.
Because
Let's see.
Because
so
I
13
flurried,
was
I'm
the highest on that one, and a
Yeah.
9 was the highest on the other one, and that's rolling with advantage. I
Jesus.
am rolling. Those were all single digits on the dice, folks.
'Cause he-
All single digits. So
because he flurried, he's at a 21 right now, so he's good.
you see the goblin. You see the bugbears are yelling at. Well, does Noro speak goblin?
No.
The bugbears are screaming at the goblins and like pointing like at which way to go, but you know the bugbears, it's like knowing stage right versus right, like and so the goblins don't get it, and they're so like getting confused and the stress, and so it just goes poorly for them. Goblins are gonna go. Let's see. So the 3 that are on Noro are going to attempt to shank Noro. 2 of them will have advantage, but I doubt a 6 will hit. Does a 19 hit Noro?
Nope.
So none of those goblins, and then the single goblin has to roll a nat 20, does not. And then there's 2 goblins on Koopa. But they are also missing. Missing horribly. Because turtles start out with a crazy AC. Let's see, and that was all the goblins because you guys either killed or hypnotized the rest of them. So then it goes Fred with Trill on deck.
Awesome. Did I miss a turn or did I make it back in time for my turn?
You made it back.
It back in time for your turn.
Score. Okay. Because I cannot see the map, can I get a little lay of the land, please?
Okay, so you have to the northeast of you, there's a couple of goblins on Koopa.
Okay.
To the northwest of you, there is a slew of up to 4 hobgoblins, kind of spread out, but there are 2 that are kind of standing close together.
Okay.
And then you, from your position, can see the bugbear that was originally on you and Kamiya disappeared. You don't really know what's going on there.
Okay.
Just poofed out of existence all of a sudden. And then you do see
my.
that there are several goblins and bugbears on Noro. And beating up on Noro, dogpiling on Noro pretty savagely.
Okay. Might not hurt to get some fuckers off of him.
Yes, please.
Oh. Excuse me. Adam, I need some guidance on what available spells I have because I cannot see my sheet. I don't have anything awesome like chain lightning. That would be too. I don't even have like magic missile where I can like spread my missiles out even.
Well, there's fire bolts, color spray, although you're not really in melee with much.
Nah.
Wall of fire in a big circle.
Shatter is good. You can cast web from your spider staff.
Oh, I do have web. What does web do again? Doesn't it like make them not be able to move or something?
Pretty much.
Yep, it's a 20-foot cube that makes difficult terrain and just kind of sticks everything in there if they can't make a dexterity save.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's going to be super helpful in Noro at the moment, though.
Now, what level was her shatter at? Just curious.
I just had her do it at second.
Okay. I mean, and depending on what she has for spell slots, I mean, she could potentially do that again to get some of the guys off of Noro.
Well, yeah, and I think I can up it too because I have.
Ooh,
higher
you've
spell
got.
slots. What I got?
You only have one 4th level spell slot to cast it in, but you've got Wall of Fire.
I was wondering. I'm like, wait, isn't this my character that has Wall of Fire? That's been very useful in the past.
You do have Wall of Fire, so you could just make a 60-foot long,
Wall?
90-degree angled wall and just plop it right down on top of a whole bunch of them.
Ooh.
Yeah. Like, okay. The other thing I'm thinking, because we have a plan here and no one seems to be following the plan. Because there's half of our group is supposed to be leaving and they seem to be still fighting this fight, which is nifty. And I appreciate them not making sure I'm not a target. I love this.
Part of that,
but
Jess.
They haven't left.
Part of that, Jess, I think, is the fact that the rest of the village appears to be deserted.
That makes sense. Okay.
At least for my justification for Camilla, that's why she hasn't gone anywhere.
Okay.
Also, there was more minions than I was expecting.
Oh, we were fine.
I think we're fine if we're all together. I think if half of us leaves, we're
To be fair,
fine.
Global really doesn't know how to count. So there's 1, 2, 3, 10, and 100.
Yeah, like 1, 2, 3, and more than 3.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right.
I mean, the little bugger has an intelligence of like 9, so they're not necessarily the smartest bulbs in the. Like the ones on the airship have grown. They've been educated by y'all, so they're actually average intelligence compared to the average person.
That's the same intelligence as Barca.
So I mean, they've learned, they've grown.
Well, 9 isn't awful. It's just not great.
It's only slightly below average.
It's okay. All right, so Adam, can you please map out a very lovely wall of fire in a very useful way? I'm thinking mainly of helping Noro, since he seems to be thoroughly occupied.
So the question,
Yeah.
primarily, because
Yeah.
usually the wall does damage facing out one way, correct?
Correct.
It just okay.
So
I thought it just did damage within itself.
the question would be, do you want a wall near Noro facing one way or facing the other way? How do you want to?
Could she do
How
a
would
big?
you like to put a wall on there?
Could she do a wide circle around the bad guys surrounding Noro, with the damage facing in?
Let's look up the spell description.
Well, you can either do a wall that's 60 feet long, or you can do a ringed wall that's 20 feet in diameter.
Okay, so that's... Well, no, that would still be too big. So you couldn't keep it that tight, basically. But if you did it so it hit the two bugbears, it would be a wide enough arc that it would get a couple of the other guys to the south there.
Well, and it doesn't say that the wall has to be one straight line. So if the GM allowed it, you could potentially 90-degree angle the wall of fire.
Since I can't see the map, I'm leaving to your guys' discretion. My goal is to hit bad guys and not hamper my companions. Because I'm going to keep the wall up. Because then you can throw little fuckers into it.
So for Reich, then, how do you want this drawn out?
Well, would you allow for 90-degree angles in the wall so that it's kind of bending and angling like that, or does it all have to be one straight line if it's the 60-foot long?
Does it say in the spell you can bend the wall?
It doesn't say one way or the other, really. It just says you create a wall of thunder on a solid surface within range. You can make the wall up to 60 feet long, 20 feet high, and 1 foot thick, or the ringed wall bit.
So that would be a no then, because they would have worded it that you can put 90-degree angles in it otherwise. So it's either a straight wall or it's a circular wall.
Okay.
Basically, those are your two choices.
Okay.
Please don't fry our friends.
Let's see.
Now, as far as that goes, I mean, that doesn't mean it has to go like on the map straight up or down. I mean, you can obviously put an angle to it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or throw it on a diagonal or what have you.
Honestly, probably the best way to do it would be to throw it in a straight line on the other side of Noro as the rest of the group, and just those like 4 or 5 larger hobgoblins in a row, kind of going right in the middle of the...
So do you mean putting it on like this side?
Yeah. And then having the damaging side of the wall be facing away from the group and away from Noro.
Towards the other bad guys, right?
Yep. Because that would either then be in the space of or within 10 feet on the damaging side of all but like 3 of the hypnotized ones and I think 6 little guys.
Yes.
So you'd get quite a few of them, and it would do quite a bit of damage.
So just to make sure I'm hearing this correctly, you're putting the wall, basically the line of the wall on these guys.
Yes.
From this guy all the way down this way?
Yes. And I guess maybe one more, just like up to the wall on the south side there, so they can't just like sidestep it around the bottom.
Well, and these are like some trees.
Yeah,
It's
so like
not
right
a
up to the
wall
tree
per
line.
se, but do you want it like off the end of the map?
No, don't
I think
burn
right
the
up to the
trees down.
I think kind of right up to the tree line is kind of fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna set the trees on fire. That's gonna causes other problems for us that we don't necessarily. I try not to create future problems. I'm trying to deal with the now problems and not make it worse in the future.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60.
And then the damaging side of the wall will be the west side. So everything that's in that line has to make a reflex save right away. Or a dexterity saving throw, rather.
Okay, so
I can
we're going to
fit that.
start with the 3 bugbears.
And it is a DC 16.
One made it, the other 2 did not.
Cool.
Okay.
And then there's 2 hobgoblins. Holy shnikes. And the +1 dex. Okay, both the hobgoblins actually made it. One rolled a 60 and the other one a nat 20. All right. And then the 2 goblins. One of the goblins made it.
Okay.
Okay, so what did I say? So the 2 bugbear, only 1 bugbear made it, and one of the goblins made it.
Okay.
Or didn't make it.
The ones that failed will take 24 fire damage. The ones that saved will take 12 fire damage.
Okay, we're gonna make this easy. Because even the ones that made the save don't have the hit points to take the damage.
Nice.
It's getting hot in here.
You just melted a swath of snow.
Oh, not just a swath of snow. You've started one of the smaller huts on fire too.
Oops.
Let's be fair, the hut started it.
They have too many smuggling issues there.
That was the 2 on Noro. We'll say those are the ones that failed. So what were the ones that failed again? What did you say the damage was?
12, or no, for the ones that failed to save, 24.
And that one takes... So Noro, you were almost blinded as a bunch of fire comes out, engulfing this bugbear completely in flames. It stinks. Engulfing the the line of napalm goes off. The best I can describe it.
Yeah.
These bugbears are more or less on fire, and you hear screaming coming from the tent.
Okay.
Oh no!
I will kind of cast a look over my shoulder and say, appreciated, Fred.
Wait, is there somebody in the tent?
After...
We'll find out momentarily.
After Fred is Trill.
Crap.
And admittedly, Fred, you're far enough back that you don't necessarily hear the screaming from the tent because you just hear the screaming of all the bugbears and hobgoblins that just died. And there are many.
I want to go kind of south of where I am, in between these other 2 huts.
Yeah, admittedly, they made their stealth roll versus your guys' passive perceptions because I rolled very high, so you did not hear necessarily the people, the non-combatants hiding in the tents.
Can I move down just kind of south in between these other 2 huts, this gap, so I can get at the ones?
So you want to move down here?
Yeah, down here. Yeah, that's good.
So 10, 20, 30 would get you to like here. Is that where you want to go?
Perfect, yeah. We'll do that. And then I want to shoot, I don't know, what's the best baddie I can get here?
Well, you see these ones are on fire. You see there's several goblins around Noro. This guy is a hobgoblin, which you can see. You can't really see these guys.
I'm gonna... What are the ones in the square? The 3 down here?
These ones?
Yeah.
Well, these ones are still hypnotized.
Oh, right.
At least until that is until Co cast another spell that requires concentration.
Great. Well, I'm gonna get one of the ones who are with Noro, because then I can get sneak attack damage too.
Okay. 10, 20, 30, 40. So the nearest one on this corner is about 50 away from you.
That's all right. I got a range of 80, so we're good.
Now, is that your short range or your long range?
That's my short range.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yep. So can't roll. Shit, 18 to hit?
Yeah, that'll hit a goblin.
Excellent. And 11 piercing damage.
And that gobbo dies.
Awesome. And then I will use my bonus action to hide.
Okay.
And that's it.
All right. After Trill is the hobgoblins. So this guy is going to go 5, 10, 15 to come in and Well, yeah, and actually, it's going to kind of maneuver around so it can try to flank with the one goblin. These guys are going to... this guy's going to go like that, and he's going to pick a shot at Koopa again. And these guys are going to shoot at Camilla and Fred again. Okay, so starting with the Hobgoblin attacking Noro. Attacking with advantage, but a 13 I doubt hits.
Nope.
The 1 will attack Koopa, but an 8 will miss. The 1 attacks Camilla, but I doubt a 7's going to hit Camilla.
No.
The 1 will attack Fred, and got a 10 to hit Fred.
I know I don't have great AC, but I know 10 will not hit.
That is fair.
I know it's at least above 10.
Koopa's just going to cast a magic missile and hope he can kill at least one of the goblins in front of him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. So Koopa pumps some magic missiles out and kills one of the goblins in front of him. And then... Uh-oh, his little name tag moved. Why'd that move? Come on now, Koopa. Stay on top of it, man. And then he's just gonna maneuver so he's a little bit closer, but he's not getting out of the goblin's range. And Koopa's done. So top of the round, Ko with Barca and Argentia on deck.
Okay. There seems to be another small little outcropping of little guys kind of to the northwest of Ko right now, right?
So Ko, you see there are 2 hobgoblins here, and there's another one here.
All right. I think I can get the 2 of them in another cast of Shatter.
Okay. That's a fortitude, or con save, I mean?
That is a con save, yes.
I highly doubt they made it. I think they're all single digits. Yeah, like their highest is a 7.
Okay, so they definitely fail, and will take 14 thunder damage.
And they die.
And then... and then Ko will move up by... is that Camilla that's in yellow?
Yes.
Okay. Ko will move up just south of Camilla. And then we'll give a Bardic Inspiration die to Noro.
All right.
And that will be Ko's turn.
After Ko is Barca and Argentia.
All right. So she is going to go after the dragon. Does a 17 hit?
Yes.
Okay, that's the bite. Maybe 2 claws. Natural 20 for 1 claw.
Nice.
And then a 26 to hit for the other.
That will hit. Nice.
All right. So, here we go. cut. So the crit is 20 points of slashing damage. The other claw, S7, is 13 points of damage.
Okay.
And then the bite attack is 19 points of damage. Tia getting after it.
Fuck yeah.
Tia is tearing it up.
All right.
Holy crap! That was impressive damage. Like you could tell. I mean, they were going back and forth, trading maybe like a claw strike here, a claw strike there, as they're maneuvering for position, trying to get in. And then you could just tell Argentia was just like roars out in channels a little bit of that Barca rage and just sinks their fangs and talons into that white dragon. And yeah, that white dragon is severely effed up.
All right. Then Barca, he will attack recklessly. 25 to hit.
25 will hit.
$26 to hit.
Damn it. Yeah, 26 will hit.
$25 to hit.
And a 25 will hit.
I only have two attacks. So just the two.
So yes, those two attacks then do hit.
In Tia mode. This is not with Great Weapon Master.
Okay.
13 points of slashing damage. No, 15, sorry, rage damage. Here we go. And then 18 points of slashing damage. And then Barca is going to blink dog 30 feet away.
Okay.
And then...
admittedly, that you savaged him up pretty solidly. He's not looking happy on that. Much like matching his draconic companion or ally, they are both looking pretty savage and not doing so hot.
Great. At the end of that, I'm going to use my bonus action to blink dog cloak 30 feet away and then move another 20 feet away.
Okay.
So I'll be 50 feet away.
Okay. Now I'm assuming you're moving out on the ice then, or
out
the lake.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that it for Barca?
That's it for Barca.
Camilla with Nora on deck.
All right. Camilla is going to look at the map.
Are you guys okay if we play this out? I realize we're going kind of late tonight.
I realize we're probably getting close to the end here, yeah?
But there's not a whole lot of baddies left, to be quite honest.
I'm good with finishing it up.
All right.
Yeah.
Camilla's...
I'll say if we're still fighting stuff at 11, that'll be our hard stop. Is that okay?
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Fine with me. I'll still be driving.
Camilla is going to move to the south west 20 feet.
So right there?
Yes. I didn't realize that was Camilla, but yes.
Okay.
She's going to do a 3rd level healing word on Noro, because Noro is super fucked up.
Understandable.
And then, other than her, is there anybody within 30 feet of her that has taken damage? Who's the gold?
Uh,
How's Koopa doing?
Koopa's fine. Koopa hasn't been hit yet.
Oh, okay.
Maybe is Ko been hit?
Ko actually has not been hit.
Okay.
Then really nobody.
All right. Then she's just gonna. Cause is she within 30 of Noro right now? That's gonna be
10,
close.
20, 30, yes.
So she'll add that extra die 8 of healing to him because she can.
Sure.
So she's going to do 19 plus 8 is 27 points of damage. She's a healing fucking boss.
Yeah, she is.
Oh, and Noro is back to full. God save you all.
Well, and Noro is next.
Is the screaming from the tent still happening?
Yeah. Well, the tent's on fire, so yes.
Noro is going to provoke a whole bunch of attacks of opportunity here. And he's going to move towards the tent.
Okay. The goblins miss, even with their stuff. The hobgoblin
I'm a 19 to hit right now.
got 18. So it's really the bugbear that... Bugbear got a 22.
That's definitely going to hit.
So that'll be 12 damage.
Okay. Gotta get healed up.
Okay, so you're going... so 5, 10... Like, are you going to go past these two guys, 15, 20? You won't provoke from them because you're not moving far enough, but do you want to go there?
I'm 100% going to try to get into the tent, and I realize that's going to take me into the wall of fire.
No, the entrance is like here, so you could go like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Okay, I'll do that and poke my head into the tent.
And sure enough, you see some frightened goblinoid children kind of screaming. Kind of a mix of goblinoid children, some goblin, some hobgoblin. You're guessing some of the furry ones are bugbears. And you see a hobgoblin woman who is wearing what looks like to be leather armor, draws a short sword and kind of points it towards you.
What part of the tent is on fire?
The back half.
Okay. I'm going to, using my sword, I'm going to literally just rip a hole in the side of the tent to the south. Like, rip it open. Point at her and the kids and go, run.
Okay.
And then over my shoulder, and whatever, this will take whatever I have left of my turn, I will yell to the rest of the party that can hear me. Non-combatants in the tents!
Oh, fuck!
And that
As
is...
I know I'm the one who laid down fire.
Yes, but we also learned of it because you did that, and they're okay currently. So, whether or not they decide to leave is entirely up to this lady.
Well, and admittedly, there are some in the tent that have burnt. Like, it's... I mean, even if they make the save, it's 12 damage.
Yeah.
They don't have a lot of hit points. So there are some dead bodies in there, admit it.
Definitely not going to mention that part. But I will, yeah. So non-combatants in the tent. Fred, drop the spell, and that will end my turn.
Well, now I will say, how many attacks do you normally have in a round?
2 normally. 4 if I flurry.
I would say chopping the tent would really only be one attack because you're the freaking monk swordsman master. So you are in melee range to a goblin and a bugbear. If you wanted your second attack to attack one of them, you can, if you'd like.
So then I'll do that. Do everything that I just did, and then I'm gonna whirl on the bugbear. I'm gonna take my second attack, and fuck it, I'm gonna flurry on this guy because I don't think he's taking much damage.
He is not taken any damage at this point.
So yeah, I'll just do the rest of my attacks on him, which is going to be 3. 21. God damn it, 26. I would love a crit on one of these, please. 26. Oh, and I only get 3. So yeah, I assume the 21, 26, and 26 are going to hit.
Yes, those 3 will hit.
Plus 12. 39 between 3 attacks on him.
He's still up. Let's see. Still up, but definitely bloody. Not looking so hot.
And that will end my turn.
Okay. Sorry, after Noro is Krasik and the dragon. Krasik is not, well... No, dragon's gonna keep fighting one more round. Alright. Dragon's gonna bite and claw. The bite actually rolled not too bad. A 23 to hit.
That'll hit.
So that'll be 15 piercing damage. Then one of the claw attacks, I rolled a 16. Does that hit?
Does not hit.
Okay, and then the other claw attack was a 21 to hit.
That will hit.
And that'll be 11 slashing damage. It's getting vicious with the dragons, y'all. Right, you ran. You're 50 feet, you said?
Yep.
He moves up 30 feet, and then he's going to chuck a couple javelins at you. Does a 21 hit you?
Yeah.
So that'll be 6 piercing damage, and then does a 16 hit you?
Just.
Then that'll be 6 more piercing damage. And you hear him screaming out. It's like, "Why do you run, son?" Do you not wish to fight? And basically he's being an asshat. Then after that is the bugbears. Now, the bugbears that are in the wall, do they have to make another save before getting out of it?
For the wall of fire, it's if they end their turn either in the wall or within 10 feet of the damaging side.
Okay, so if they start their turn, they can move out of it and they won't take further damage.
Correct. Although if they're in the wall, it says they take the same damage when it enters the wall for the first time on a turn or ends its turn there. Oh, when it enters the wall for the first time. Okay. So they would then have to make the saving throw to not take damage if they're in the wall. And then unless
so
they
when
move
they
out
start
of the wall.
their turn in the wall...
Yeah, a creature takes this... Yeah, it says a creature takes the same damage when it enters the wall for the first time on a turn or ends its turn there.
So, yeah, no new damage until their turn, because they're not entering.
No new
or
damage
starting
unless
here.
they end their turn in it.
Or they enter it on their turn.
Correct.
Right, which they haven't entered it on their turn. They're already in it on their turn.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, they're going to get the hell out of it because they don't like fire. That one's going to move up to attack Noro. And that one... is going to move up to Kamiya. And that one is still banished for now. Let's see, that was... So that's 3 rounds. Okay. So the one on Noro. Ouch. Nat 20s.
If I said no, would you believe me?
It's a natural 20.
It was a joke. It was a joke, Brian. It hits.
So that's going to be for 24 damage.
Ow. Oh, that smarts.
The one attacking Kamiya got a 22 to hit.
That's going to hit.
So that'll be 12 damage on her. And then the other one that would normally be... No, they're still hypnotized. And then the other one, like Nora, you expect the other one to take a swing at you, but it just kind of sits there.
That's funny.
And that's it for the Bugbear Chiefs, and it's the Goblins. Let's see, do we have much for Goblins left? So there's one Goblin that's going to try to attack Norl, but got like 15 or 17, which misses. One Goblin on Koopa. Oh my god, actually hits Koopa. That's lovely. Let's see, they do die. So 2 damage. Koopa more than makes his concentration check versus the 2 damage, which means the banishment's still up. Goblins are done. Fred with Trill on deck.
Okay. So my wall of fire is still up.
It is still up.
Concentration, right?
It is concentration, so you could drop it at any time.
Okay. And
for what it's worth,
does it still?
This side of the tent is this bigger tent is also on fire because it's within the 10 feet. Yeah.
I thought it was only 1.
Okay.
So this small tent here
No,
is on fire, but because of the flame being 10 feet, this wall is also, or this back end of this tent is also on fire.
Mm.
Yeah, the wall itself's only like 1 foot wall wide of fire, but there's damage one way or the other for 10 feet.
But yeah, the damage off the wall is 10 feet, basically.
So, but it doesn't seem to be impeding bad guys anymore, does it?
No, they all kind of moved out of it. From what you can see, which you actually can't see a whole lot. But you did hear Noro kind of yelling things.
To turn off the fire?
Yeah.
The fire was great. Now we want it off. Okay. Well, I can turn off the wall of fire, but the things that have already caught fire are probably going to stay on fire until that's
someone or
rectified.
something
But
puts it out, yes.
Okay. Since it doesn't seem to be assisting anymore, and Noro said make it stop, I will drop the wall of fire.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast the cantrip fire bolt thingy, whatever that is. It's nifty. I just don't remember exactly what its name is or how much damage it does. On the closest bad guy to me.
Okay, and I apologize. Are you?
Oh, actually, no.
using
On the ones I've been shooting. Yeah, the firebolt or whatever that is. And I want to shoot it. Yeah, I want to shoot it at whichever one hasn't somebody been shooting at me?
Right now, you can see to the north of you, there's a goblin on Koopa, and there's a hobgoblin. Those are the two targets that you can currently see, because you're back kind of behind some cover, so you can't really see.
Are either of those the guys that have been shooting at me?
The hobgoblin is one of the ones with the musket.
All right, I'm gonna fry him.
All right.
Adam, could you roll for my to hit?
I can
whatever
roll.
It is range spell attack or whatever it is.
I can roll for that. Let's see. You are welcome. So plus 8 is your
not in your name.
Spell ranged attack. That'll be a total of 23.
23 to hit? Yeah, that'll hit.
I think.
And was that just?
To be some kindness to roll my damage too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was keeping it simple. It's effective.
Yeah, it is very effective. 2d10 damage is nothing to sneeze at. There we go. 12 fire damage.
And he goes kaplooey.
Ding. No more shooting at me. Ha.
Not that guy, anyway.
Thank you for your help.
Fred, are you moving at all then? Or would you like to... currently, again, you're kind of back behind a tent for cover.
Mm-hmm.
You do hear the sounds of Camilla kind of squealing that there's a bugbear on her, and there seem to be more things that way.
I would like to move so that I can see more targets. I feel like that involves moving southwest, but I'm just not quite sure because, again, cannot see.
Yeah, you can move southwest.
Would that give me more lines of sight?
If you moved 15 feet to the southwest, then you could pretty much see... actually, tell you what, if we made it 20 feet, then you could pretty much see all the targets other than the one on Koopa, which isn't really all that big of a deal because the one on Koopa can't really do much crap to him anyway.
All right. Let's do that.
Okay. After Fred is, I believe, Trill.
Yes.
With the one remaining hobgoblin on deck. Dang it.
Can I shoot the remaining... Wait, who's on Camilla over there? She's the yellow, right?
Camilla is in yellow. There's a bugbear on her.
Well, now Fred's in my way. Can I shoot around Fred?
Yeah, your allies don't provide cover for the baddies.
Great. I'm gonna shoot that one.
Okay.
Woo, nat 20.
Nice.
Do I have to confirm? We haven't been doing
You don't roll to confirm, you crit.
That's beautiful. For 17 points of damage. Oh, shoot, I forgot to save. Oh well. I was hiding, so I could have done sneak attack, but I did not declare, so 17 points of damage.
You can do your sneak attack, that's fine.
Sneak attack, yay!
And your sneak attack would crit as well.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that was...
Dude, he's gonna explode.
So 13 plus 9.
22.
22 points more damage.
Okay.
I think
It
you
is
just
definitely,
popped it.
it's still up, but it's definitely hurting and not happy.
Good. And then bonus action, I will hide again.
Okay.
I'm hiding behind my sister. No one can see me.
I'm glad I could be here for you.
Thanks.
The next is the hobgoblin. Singular. Is going to move up to there, and I think is going to try and shoot Fred, and orders these two goblins to attack as well, because the goblins are getting savaged. It's going to attempt to shoot Fred, but I
No,
doubt
thank you.
a 6 is going to hit. So
No.
that is it for the hobgoblin. Then we've got the Coopinator.
Yay, Koopa.
You know what? This little guy's a pain in the ass, and he's got friends that need his help. So another magic missile, and that will be nice. 14 damage, which will kill the goddamn goblin. This is on 4. Ko, are you injured?
Actually, not yet.
I think it's just Noro and
Noro is tanking, and he's not good at that.
20. All right, Koopa is moving up somewhat to become, if nothing else, to become a target of opportunity for more stupid goblins. So tell you what, guys. So that is the bottom of the round. I mean, I imagine we've got maybe 1 or 2 more rounds, but it's 10:51.
yeah.
If you are, so here's what I'm going to do. Barca, we're just going to jump back onto your combat for the moment and kind of leave everybody else behind a little bit.
That works.
So Barca, you and Argentia do start at the top of the round for your fight. So starting with you and Argentia, what do you...
Well, then I'll have Argentia attack the dragon.
Okay. Chop it up.
First one misses because it was a crit fail. Next one is a 28 to hit.
That hits.
And then the next one is a 25 to hit.
That will also hit.
So it's the 2 claw attacks. Yeah, for a total of 25 damage. And then Barca will let's see here, you move within 30, so you were within 20.
He's 20 feet away.
So he'll run up 20 feet and take 2 quick swings. Uh, 19 to hit.
A 19 will not hit.
And then a 22 to hit.
He is going to use his reaction to parry, so the 22 does not hit.
All right. So Barca, Blink Dog.
I finally was able to use his reaction.
Barker will blink dog 30 feet away.
Okay.
And only move 10 feet back this time.
Okay.
Actually, we'll say 15 feet. So,
okay.
blink dog 30, 15 feet away.
So you're 45 feet away from him, basically?
Yep.
Okay. So on their turn then, because realistically, as far as the rest of you goes, yeah, things might be a little bit tight, but you're pretty much mopping up at this point, and it's not going to take too terribly long. You know, especially since so it really kind of boils down to, while you guys are sort of mopping up what's left of them, we're kind of seeing what happens with Barca and the bad guy, and ultimately Argentia and the dragon.
That makes a lot of sense.
Nat 1 on the bite, 15 to hit Argentia with a claw, but unfortunately a nat 20 were for the other claw. So that's going to be 11 plus 5 is so 16 damage with the one claw that did crit. Again, the Hobgoblin Warlord is going to move up maybe about 20 feet. So he's about 25 away from you. And throw javelins at you. And basically starts calling out that you're a weakling and, you know, all that typical asshole bullshit. Does a 26 hit you?
Yes.
For 6 piercing, and then does a 24 hit you?
Yes.
For 6 more piercing. He's got a good aim with those javelins, man.
Yeah, the sting is a lot less than the other.
That's true. And he did use his reaction to parry the one. Oh, but it's his turn, so that comes back. All right. So then, Barca and Argentia.
All right, going after the dragon. A 26.
26 will hit.
Okay. 26 for a claw.
That will also hit.
And a 15 for a claw.
Sadly, the 15 will miss.
Okay. The bite is 15 points of piercing damage.
Okay, give me just a second here. 8, 10. Sorry, did you say 15?
Yep.
Okay.
The claw is 7, 13 points of slashing damage.
Sorry, did you say 13?
Yes.
Nice, that's easy math. Great, okay.
And that is Argenta. Barca will use his movement to get within range again.
Okay, so he was 25 feet away this time.
Perfect. Natural 20 for his first swing.
That will hit.
And that's 25 plus. Hold on. First time I get to use this. Sorry. This is the first time I'm using a critical.
It's all good.
So 25, 30.
Oh, God, yeah, that's right.
25,
You do a lot of
30.
extra damage with the crit.
So 36 plus 3 is 39 points of slashing damage.
Okay, give me just a moment here. You know what? Yeah, how do you want to do this?
Nice. Just literally take his head.
It's fair. I mean, with the hit like that, yeah. Like he brings up he tries to bring up his shield, but you kind of pull it aside, and then you just swing the axe past. And yes, that dwarven plate or whatever is pretty solid at hitting the hits, but you know, with all those hard angles, it just makes for a nice clean cut off the neck. But yeah, you chop his head off, and truthfully, the dragon has 13 hit points. Argentia is going to tear it up. So I'm not even going to... At this point, we can pretty much call it done.
The writing is on the wall, so to speak?
Yes. So with that, and the death of Krasik and his stupid dragon mount that was too dumb to fly away, because they had a 6 intelligence, not a smart dragon, and it kept getting hurt, damn it. You managed to defeat the goblin warriors. And sure enough, you see there are several goblin, hobgoblin, and bugbear, I say loosely non-combatants. I mean, they're, you know, more of some of the more elder people. You do see a bugbear woman with a lot of gray in her fur. But you notice they are still all armed, although with like daggers or short swords or a few maybe have long swords or morning stars or clubs. And they kind of slowly start to come out of the tents, except for the ones that are burning, where they come out a lot quicker. But come out of the tents and kind of see what exactly has gone on here.
Barca would probably go right to the center of the camp where the pit is, grab a spear off the ground, stick it in the ground, and then put Krax's head right on top of the spear. And then just throw out a guttural roar.
And you notice, the goblins, they cower. You notice the bugbear and hobgoblin non-combatants just kind of like they don't necessarily show that they're upset. They're just kind of like, and so it is kind of thing, you know, like that kind of sort of stoic, you know, happened before and it happened again. Like, there you go. But with that, you have defeated Krasik. And because it is late, I think for right now, I'm going to wrap it there as far as in terms of our recording. Because it is getting late. I have just a couple of brief things to touch base with you guys as far as storyboard-wise. Thank you all for watching when you watch this. We sure do appreciate it. We will be... this little side trek of Barca's as it will, and we will be getting back to Berezaya Argia soon, and we'll have Barca joining us soon, which will be great to have him back because we miss him. And did you guys have fun?
Yes, very much so.
Oh yeah, very much so.
Also, you know, fighting the dragon would be really nice to have a Barca with us.
Yeah.
I mean, it definitely won't hurt. That's for sure.
Alrighty. Well, thanks everybody for watching, and we will catch you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi, everybody.
Now, I did roll